survivors and thrivers. Welcome to the Cancer Show. It is I Am Inspired Inspiration Sunday, and boy, do I have a person who is so inspirational that I want to share with you. Saturday morning, I was at Starbucks waiting for Sophia to finish her volleyball practice, and I get a text from my good friend Doug Waldman, and he asked me, hey, have you heard about Nightbirde? And I'm like, no, who's Nightbirde? So I know for some of you, you may be thinking, wow, how can she not? Well, I don't watch the news and or even read the headlines because, hi Andy, because it's often disturbing and depressing. So I didn't want to, I hear about something, my friends will send it to me usually, or it will somehow get back to me. And when I started researching, I was like, oh wow, geez, this girl, what a blessing, not only to the cancer community, the cancer family, but to the whole world. Hey. So who is Nightbirde? Jane Morcheski is Nightbirde, and she auditioned on for America's Got Talent, and she sang this song called It's Okay. Yikes. And this song is about her cancer journey. And the song is so beautiful. I mean, it can be about anything, but knowing that it's about cancer and we are cancer fighters, survivors, and thrivers, it hits home, it hits hard, and it's just so emotional. It's so beautiful, and she's so beautiful, and she's an amazing singer, regardless of whether or not she's going through cancer. This song is a hit. This song is a hit no matter what. George is doing a cameo in the back here. So the last vote came up, and it was Simon, and he's like, I'm not going to put you through. And there was like silence, and then he reaches over and he like slammed the golden button. I was like, I'm all emotional. I want to see every cancer fighter survivor win anything and everything. Because, we're superheroes. You know how I feel about that. So she got down on the floor, and like the confetti was coming down. She got down on the floor, and oh, Lord, jeez. Oh, it's hard. It's beautiful. It's inspiring. It's tough. It's all of those things, and you're just so happy for her. And then recently, she's done 2 interviews that I know of on CNN with Chris Cuomo Primetime, and so I want to go through the interview with you. I can't show you while we're doing a live. I don't think that's possible. Yes, I want to get to know her too. I would love to have her on the show. But she's probably so busy, like everybody wants to talk to her right now. I will just send a message of faith, and she believes in miracles, she believes in the impossible, so I'm going to tell her I believe that too, and maybe we can get her on. After all, we are her people. We are her support, but totally understand that she must be so overwhelmed. And, she got terrible news this week. So I'm going to start the CNN video, and hopefully you can hear it. Andy, let me know if you can't hear it, please. But I think you should be able to hear it. Okay, here we go.
Jane Morcheski. Ordinarily, somebody says, no, call me this nickname. I don't do it. But this kid is Nightbirde because it is the persona that broke through to us, but it was because of the person behind it. She's beautiful. She's proof that pain and purpose and hope can all coexist.
Pain, purpose, and hope can all coexist. Okay, great. Thank you, Andy. Pain and purpose is hope. Pain and purpose. From our pain, we find our purpose. This is my purpose. And it came from my treatment. I know, Andy, this is your purpose as well. And it came from your journey. Chris Carr, she's amazing. She was one of my inspirational leaders that I followed when I was going through treatment. Chris is amazing. Her purpose came from her treatment. And it doesn't have to be like something within the world of cancer. It could be anything. It could be something really small. It could be something really big or grandiose. But you find out your purpose if you allow it, if you embrace it, if you are vulnerable, you will find your purpose. Almost every single person that I have talked with about their cancer journey, they come out with some kind of a purpose. Look at Mel Carl. He already had his purpose. He's a photographer. Beautiful, amazing images. And then he got cancer. 7 years he fought. And he's like, you know what? I want to go to Africa. And I want to take images of pictures of elephants, giraffes, and rhinos and lions. And he did it. And he told me, I was tired of saying tomorrow. Tired of saying tomorrow. And a cancer diagnosis, amen, right? Amen to that. A cancer diagnosis makes you go, whoa, what do I want to do? Who am I? Why did I do that? I'm not going to do that anymore. Redefines you in a beautiful way if you allow it. It's a backwards blessing. Nightbirde, Jane is getting so much attention right now, bringing attention to her music and her message. I mean, what a gift that she's sharing. It's amazing. Okay, let's hear a little bit more.
Exist. The GoFundMe page for Nightbirde is one last push to hashtag See Jane Win.
I will post that. Her GoFundMe at this point it was at $250,000. $250,000. Isn't that amazing?
One last push to see Jane win.
Yeah.
But I got to tell you, I think she's won already.
Absolutely.
Nightbirde.
Absolutely.
Look at you.
Hi.
She's so
It's
cute.
good to see you. Thanks for having me.
How you doing, kid?
Well, to tell you the truth, I have been curled up in a ball like a little cocktail shrimp, having an A+ pity party for myself.
Now, I love this. I have to stop her on this because when I'm working with somebody, when I'm coaching them, and they're newly diagnosed, because I like to start with the newly diagnosed. I don't like it that they're not newly diagnosed, but I'm really good at the newly diagnosed because I can talk them off the ledge. And so, if I see what kind of state of mind they're in, if they're really depressed or really, just hopeless, I'm like, listen, you can go have your pity party. You have your pity party. You get one day. You can cry. You can curl up in a little ball. You can stay there. You got one day, and then we got to get to work. Got to get to work. It's so easy to stay in what I call our chemo cave and not do anything because it's easier. It's hard to get up and get out, but you got to get up and get out. Got to get up and you got to get out, and you got to see life in action, in motion, and that will give you some hope. It will give you energy. But you stay in that cave and you're all curled up and you're crying, you're depressed, and your thoughts are making you crazy. It's not going to help you at all. Your state of mind is going to help you get through your treatment more smoothly. I'm not saying that your thoughts will cure you or your thoughts will make it easy I'm not talking about like, magic or, crazy stuff. But your mind does help you get through it, because when you're positive, your body feels that. Your body listens to your thoughts, and then you can work together. And you have to stop those thoughts. Everybody has those thoughts. Every single one of us. None of us are going through cancer going like, I think everything is perfect. We know it's not perfect. But we have to stop those thoughts. But you get a day. And even throughout the treatment, you can have a day. Okay, you can have like a post surgery, and you come home and it's like, whoa. Especially if, you had to give up some body parts, or gosh, you found out you can't have children, or there's just so many things that are devastating. But you must have hope. You cannot stay in your cave. You must get out. And thank God. Look at her. When you see this video, she's smiling. Her eyes are bright. Her skin is beautiful. She's out of that cave. And she's like, I'm having a pity party. Yeah. That's good. Now it's over, and look at you on CNN, and we're watching you, and we're loving you, and we are inspired. Okay, here's some more.
Because it's been a bad month. It's been really pretty devastating.
Metastatic cancer, moving around your body. You were told you needed to take the treatment 100% seriously. What did that mean to you as a trade-off for your dream of performing?
So the cancer has traveled, I think she said, to her spine, and her liver is almost all cancer. She said it's more cancer than liver, and they gave her a 2% chance. 2%. How many of us have heard that? I didn't hear that. I heard 50%, and I was devastated. I'm like, 50, that's not good. It's all relative, right? It's good. It's a good percentage compared to 2%. She's a young woman. She says they have 2%. She has a 2% chance. Like, if she wanted to stay in that cave of hers for 2 days, I would let her. Ooh, it's pretty intense.
You know what? I'm not a quitter, so it was really, really hard for me to say that I couldn't finish the show. I got shocking news less than a week ago about cancer regrowth that's taken over my lungs and liver. So my liver right now is mostly cancer, more cancer than liver in there right now. But like I said, I'm planning my future, not my legacy. And so
I'm planning my future, not my legacy. She has 2% chance to live. I'm planning my future, not my legacy. I bow to you. I bow to you. Oh my gosh. I'm planning my future. Not my legacy. I love it. To the end. No matter what happens. And let's pray for a miracle, of course. She is like, I'm here, I'm living, I'm thriving, and that's it. I'm not thinking about that. I'm doing this right now. And I don't think that she's a quitter. She had to leave America's Got Talent to focus on the thing that's most important, which is herself. And right, Andy? And I preach this. When you're going through cancer treatment, the person that needs to come first is you. And for moms, that's really hard. That was really, really, really. Hi, Sheila. Sheila, you came in at the perfect time. It's really, really hard because moms always put everybody else first. So Sheila's son is in treatment, I believe, still in treatment. And who comes first? Her son. That's what a mom does. But when the mom has cancer, and there are many of us, it's very hard to do that. To step back and say, oh, it's going to be about me. Because it's not about you. It's never about you. Because that's what a good mother does. They put their children first, or their whatever, their siblings, their parents. So she had to leave America's Got Talent to put herself first so she can go back. I mean, she can go back, right? I think that they could work something out where she could go back and continue to compete. But if you don't put yourself first, you're not going to be able to thrive, because it grinds you down. Cancer treatment grinds you down. You don't have room. You don't have the room to put somebody else first. So you get to be selfish for this one time. And it's okay. I mean, it was so hard for me. I was a full-time mom. Connor was 4, just turned 4, and Sophia is 6. Yeah, she had just turned 6 in October. Yeah. And I'd never had them go to somebody's house without me, and I had to really let go. It was so hard. That was the hardest part of my treatment, was managing that. So you are not a quitter, Jane. You're not. We're talking about Nightbirde, Sheila. I don't know if you've heard about her, but she's she went on America's Got Talent, and she wrote a song called It's Okay. And she's a cancer fighter right now. She's got 2% chance to live, and she's beautiful. She's so inspiring. And so she said she had to quit. You didn't quit. You did not quit. Not in my opinion. You did what you had to do to live. And that's what we all need to do when we're going through a treatment. Oh, you saw her. Okay, great. I guess I was like the only one who didn't, but thanks to Doug, I know too. I did have seen her, but you have to make sure you build your bubble. You keep out the toxic people. No, you got to keep them out. And I did a whole lot. I mean, I've talked a lot about that. That's a whole nother live, but you keep them away, and then you fill your support group with people that care about you, love you, support you, cheer you on. If that's one person, fine. That's one person. That's all you need. Okay? But you must have the proper support system.
Some people would call that, blind denial, but I prefer to call it rebellious hope.
Rebellious hope. She's talking about her not planning her legacy, but she's planning her future. And she's saying like, oh, some people like, what, are you crazy? And she's like, no, I'm full of hope. Like, she is hope. If you look up hope, you're going to see her. You're going to see her right there in the dictionary. Wow.
And I'm not stopping anytime soon.
She's not stopping.
No perspective is right.
Stopping.
Life is perspective. What you decide it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's part of your magic.
Yeah.
Are you still writing music?
Yeah, I am. I have so much beautiful stuff that I'm so excited to share, and I know that I will.
Her music is probably the best it's ever been right now, because as you know, you go deep within, and I believe that that her higher power, the higher power, whatever that is like working through her right now to share that love and that light, that encouragement, that courage, her bravery, her message, her mission, her purpose. Like, it is inside of her, and it's like this. And it's for us. Thank you.
I know that I will.
She will.
What are some of the ideas of the music? I don't want to jump you in the moment, but give me a little of the lyrical quality of where you're going with some of the stuff. What's some of the stuff that you like?
Well, there's a song that I've been working on right now, and I wrote a little bit of it in my caption when I had to share this bad news, and it's pretty beat up, but I still got dreams. And the chorus of the song goes, I still got some magic in me. I don't feel it, but I still believe. The music stopped, but I can still sing. I'm pretty beat up, but I still got dreams. And that's a song that means a lot to me. And when we're going through stuff like this, where really the pain is too much to bear, sometimes it makes no sense at all. If we can hold on to a dream for the future, sometimes that's all we need to get through. And I believe in dreams for all of our lives that originated in the imagination of God, and just
originated in the imagination of God. That's so beautiful. The dreams that came from the imagination of God. Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. As she says, she knows there's magic, even if she can't feel it. She knows it's there. I mean, are you kidding me? I gotta hear it again.
I believe in dreams for all of our lives that originated in the imagination of God. And just think about, like, don't you want to see what happens if you don't give up? Like, don't you want to see what happens?
Yeah.
And that's what I keep saying to myself, and that's what I say to everyone watching tonight.
Don't you want to see what happens? Tracy, birthday girl. Happy birthday, Tracy. Everybody shout out Tracy. She's having her last chemo on Wednesday. She's been battling like a champ, and she's almost done. And it's her birthday. So many wins for this week for you, Tracy. Don't you want to see what happens? That's what she said. Don't you want to see what happens? Yes, we want to see. We want to see. I want to see too. You're welcome, my love. She's like, don't you want to see what happens?
Don't you want to see what happens if you don't give up?
If you don't give up. If you don't give
Have
up.
you always been like this?
I don't know. I think when you're faced with so many blows to the gut in a row, like I have over the past several years, you find out what you're made of.
Yeah. Yes, you find out what you're made of. You have cancer. Boom. You find out what you're made of. You find out who you are. You find out what's important. You find out what you want. You have cancer. The worst, dare I say this, and sometimes the best. Once you get through it.
Sense.
Words.
And you're given the opportunity to choose what you want to become.
You get to choose what you want to become. You get to choose. You get to choose.
So no, I don't think I was always this. I don't think I was always this way.
Well, I totally agree with her in the sense that when you do go through your diagnosis, it does change you. I mean, I was already like positive when I went. Well, how old was I? I think we were in the 4th grade. No, I was a counselor, and we had to. This was counselor for this camp that we would go to when we were younger, and then you could go back and be a counselor. And so I had this little chip of wood, and I had Happy. That was my I get one of the dwarfs. I picked Happy. And so I've always been happy, but this is a different kind of happy. This is like a happy that comes from real gratefulness, like genuine, like really understanding what being grateful is. And the kind of joy where you realize how precious your life is, and how that can be taken away from you in a moment. And it's just it's so much deeper. Like I have much more I don't react like I used to. I'm calm. I'm much more calm, whereas before I would react. Now I just write the email and then I don't send it. But I think I've softened a little bit because my personality is, is dominant, and that can work for you in some parts of your life, but not in all. So that's one thing that I learned about myself. And so my joy is probably, my joy and the way I was before, it's like times a million. It's so much different. It's just bigger and better and brighter. Yeah.
Why me? What's your answer?
I love her answer.
You know what? I try not to occupy myself with questions that are too big for myself to answer. It's a waste of time.
I try not to occupy myself with questions that I cannot answer. It's a waste of time. Okay. So, the why me? There's no answer. As Jane said, there is no answer. But what about this question? Why not me? Like, why not? Why that teenager, Vinnie Robbins, right now, who is like, just hanging on. He's just hanging on. He's 17. He's been going through this, I believe, for the past 2 years. Colorectal cancer. 17. What about the babies? What about the mother who just had a baby? What about the father? I mean, why? Like, we can do why till kingdom come. You can't answer it if you try to think about, where did God come from? How did that happen? It makes you crazy. Well, maybe the world was, maybe it was science. That's why we're here, because of science. Well, try to figure that out. Well, it started with this. Well, where did that come from? You cannot answer some questions. So why torture yourself trying to figure it out? I never thought for 1 second, why me? I'm like, why not me? Like, why? Steve Jobs had cancer. Walt Disney had cancer. Multiple super talented, leaders, public figures had cancer. It's not because you're this or you're that. There's not a reason why you get cancer. Yes, if it's hereditary, you have to watch out for it. But there are many examples of, maybe the mother had breast cancer and the daughter doesn't get it. Now we can take the test, of course, and make sure that doesn't happen. But I'm saying it's not always passed on. So there is no rhyme or reason. There's no rhyme or reason as to why. Cancer does not discriminate. Race, color, religion, age, income, status, it does not discriminate. So if you are thinking, why me? Stop. There's no reason why you have cancer. It just is. You didn't do anything bad. This is not karma. It just is. Some things are just is. That's not even a sentence, but you know what I mean. It just is. It just happens. We can do that about anything. We can do that, the car accident or the plane or, think about the people in 9/11. Some of them were on the plane. Some people missed that plane. Some people canceled that their plane reservation. Why? You can do that all day long. So please don't make yourself go crazy trying to figure out the why. Just move forward, one foot and step in front of the other, and allow yourself to heal. And those thoughts about why me are only going to bring you down.
Just because it's a mystery doesn't mean it's the absence of meaning. Sometimes the mystery means there's more meaning there than we can even understand. And so I accept that. And I let go of the questions because it's too heavy.
She accepts it and she lets it go. Accept and move forward.
That's too heavy. Man, you breeze through things and you take things on that would cripple the rest of us. But it is good.
Because we're superheroes. We're superheroes. Sheila, you're a superhero too. because you're in the C fam.
Good to see that, you can capture the enormity of something also. So how do you capture the enormity of your impact? I mean, your voice is awesome. Look, I told you last time, I got a singer at home. That's why I know not to jump you and ask you to sing in the moment. I don't want to, I know, you got to get ready. But your voice is amazing. And the way that you put your pain to purpose with your lyrics is always going to...
Pain to purpose. Pain to purpose. I love it.
Be tough to beat. Talent and motivation are tough to beat. But there's something transcendent that has just wowed people. I am not special. And people have told me this from all over the world about you. What does that mean?
I think the magic of it is that I try to show up as real as I possibly can. We talked about this last time, not denying the pain of today and not denying the hope of tomorrow. And
don't deny the pain of today. Don't deny the hope of tomorrow.
When you go through something that is so devastating, makes no sense, there's no answers, you kind of have the choice. Am I going to become bitter, or am I not? You do have a choice, You
do have a choice. And I don't know if you've ever met somebody who's bitter after going through treatment. I think most of that is fear that it's going to come back, because usually when you're angry and you're bitter, there's something behind that is, is feeding off fear. So, I encourage every single cancer fighter, survivor, and thriver to make the choice and make the positive choice. Don't be angry. Don't feel like you've been cheated. It's a gift if you embrace it, and if you move forward thinking of yourself as special. If you want to think of yourself as special, this is the time to do it. And think of yourself as a warrior and a superhero. Don't be angry, because when you have stress and anxiety, it's not good for your health. So that's the first reason. And try to find the joy in being alive. Forget about what happened. Don't forget about it, but move forward from it and take that experience and make it beautiful. Turn it into beauty, like Nightbirde is.
Do get to decide.
Get to decide
what becomes of you, in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
And I've decided in my most painful moments to keep my eyes open, because it's easier to close your eyes and to give up and forget it. But there's so much beauty and poetry to be seen in the world if you are willing to sign off on the pain that it takes to stay awake.
If you sign off on the pain that it takes to stay awake. These are quotes. I'm going to use her quotes. Of course, I'll give her credit, but these are great, great quotes. You got to sign away. You got to sign off the pain. You got to sign it. You got to let it be. I mean, gosh, it's fantastic.
In the middle of something that hurts so bad.
Yeah.
And that's all this is. Anybody can do it. It's so bad. Off on the pain, so much beauty and poetry to be seen in the world.
Yeah.
If you are willing to sign off on the pain that it takes to stay awake, in the middle of something that hurts so bad. And that's all this is. Anybody can do it.
Mm-hmm. Anybody can, but very few do. And I think that's...
Chris says, anybody can, but very few do. Well, let's be the ones that can and do. We can and we can do. Let's be those people.
Part of the magic of you.
She is
Until the
magical.
next time,
Yeah.
what is the first big goal, let's call it, for you in the future that you're architecting? What's your next big thing that you need to happen?
Well, this cancer's got to go. So that's number one, which I really believe is going to happen soon. I really do. And after that, I'm going to write the most amazing record you've ever heard.
She has 2% chance to live, and she's like, it's going to go. I really believe it. She believes it. I really want this to happen. I really want her. I really, like, that would be such a testament to how her passion and her, her perseverance and her joy conquered cancer. Be such a testament to see all of those things conquer cancer, evil
In
cancer.
your life. And
got a lot of
I'll see you
songs.
on the road.
Yeah,
Well,
she's
I'll
gonna
tell
go
you
on the
what,
road. She wants
any
to
way,
do like a concert.
that we can help. We're a call away. Anything you ever want to play for people, I'm happy to play it. As you know, that's not what my show is about. But you are worth deviation because I believe you're exactly who we need to be. We all got to get a little bit of Nightbirde in ourselves.
A little dose of
and
Nightbirde.
remember how to live our lives.
Yes.
That's what I believe you've taught me.
Yes.
That we got to remember how to live our lives.
Live our lives.
That means the world to me. And I just can't let you go without saying thank you for sharing your GoFundMe. When I got this bad news this last week, money was not a thought. Any treatment that works for me, I can afford because of you and because of America and everyone that's given. And I can't express how much that means to me.
Listen, nobody expresses things any better than you do. And just, your gratitude will be your recovery. All right? Nightbirde, be well. I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm not sure exactly how the quote, how she quoted this during her her audition, but she said, "You can't wait for the pain to end or the fear to end for you to begin to enjoy life." It was something like that. It was a beautiful quote. I'm going to find it and I'm going to I'll use it as the title for this video. But she's saying, like, you can't wait for everything to be perfect or to be right or to be the way you want it, for you to live your dreams or your goals or your desires or to just have a great day. You can't wait for all of those things to be in line. So get out your list of things that you want to do. I don't like calling it a bucket list because that implies, the end, and I don't like to think of it like that. I'm just like, right now, what do you want to do? And if it's something that you can do right now, do it. And if it's something that you have to plan for, then plan for it. And if you have to raise money for or save money for, then start saving. Tracy has a GoFundMe going on right now. Not a GoFundMe, but she's raising money for, I think it's the Delaware Cancer Support. Tracy, will you post that, please? I'm going to donate after this show. After this live, I'm going to donate. But, it's okay to ask for donations and to ask for help. Make a plan and then execute it. Will you please just text Tracy what it is that you're asking for donations for. I think it's wonderful for us to stand up and, support whatever cancer, whatever it is that you feel like is important, and to give I love to be able to donate. I want to be able to donate like hundreds and thousands of dollars. That would be super awesome. But I donate what I can, and if everybody just donates a little bit, then it becomes a lot of it. Cancer Society of Delaware. Thank you. So if you go to Tracy's page, you can see it right there, and you can just donate 5, 10, 20, 100. I saw somebody on Nightbirde's GoFundMe. It was $10,000. Like, that's cool. I want to be able to do that, but it doesn't matter. $5 is just as cool. It's just as cool. So I really encourage you to watch both of her interviews on CNN, and also when she was given the golden button from Simon on America's Got Talent. It made me cry. I'm sure it's going to make you cry too. I can't imagine not. But this girl, Jane Morcheski, is a bright light, and I'm so grateful that my friend, texted me and said, "Hey, do you know about her?" And like learning about her gives me hope. I hope it gives you hope. We all like a lot of bit of Jane in us, and it will help us. It will help us. So if you need a little lift, just watch her interviews. There's so many interviews, but these two CNN ones and the America's Got Talent ones, that like the Americans Got Talent, that's my favorite. And then she also has songs on Spotify. So her song, It's Okay, It's Okay, It's Okay, is a beautiful song. Please listen to it. And I'm sure you will identify with it. And I can also remember when I was like in a low state or whatever, I kept on saying, or like I was in pain, or when they were doing a procedure, and it was a horrible experience. I kept saying to myself, it's okay, it's okay, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay, it's okay, it's okay. Like I would like to have that mantra going on, like talking to myself that it was gonna be okay. All right, so thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate your support. And if you know anything about Nightbirde that I missed, please share your comments, share your thoughts. It's always interesting to see what's going on with your treatment, or maybe somebody else's treatment. And if you have any takeaways from this, please share, because we are one in sharing. Yes, do it. GoFundMe page. You can do it. I think if you go to her GoFundMe page, I think you could just copy what they wrote down there, and but she's probably at $300,000 right now. But yeah, feel like you can donate to that one, or you can start a new one for anybody, like anybody. All right, my fighters, survivors, and thrivers, thank you again. Thank you to Nightbirde for being vulnerable, for sharing, for caring, for that smile on her face, and for being such a huge inspiration. I will do my best to see if we can get her on the cancer show, but she's probably responding to big shows, which makes sense. But like she said, dreams come true. She believes in the possible. So that might just be it. All right. Thank you again. I will see you tomorrow for Meditation Monday, Cancer-Centric Meditation Monday. Thank you, Andy. And Andy James has a group. It is called the Cancer Journey Support Group. Join it, please. It's a private group. It's very loving, very supportive, and actually fun. And so that's my favorite group that I'm in. It's not too serious, and it's just like there's a lot of love there. And Andy leads it, and so does Nisi Reddy, and it's very comforting. It's like a comfort zone. And if you need a little lift, that's the place to go. All right, I will see you tomorrow for meditation. Namaste. Thank you.